The Green Party is uniquely positioned within UK politics. Their voice has always been significant in putting climate change on the political agenda. In 2021, the party finds itself in uncharted territory. The resignation of co-leaders Jonathan Bartley and Sian has set off arguably the most intriguing leadership contest in the party's history.
The Greens' voice continues to gain extra political weight as the climate crisis grows more urgent by the day. But the party is now at something of a political crossroads. What leader or co-leaders their party decides to elect will be crucial in determining their political ambitions to be a serious force in British politics.
There are 3 co-leadership bids and 2 individuals in the running to become the new leaders or leader of the Green Party. Amelia Womack and Tamsin Ormond.
It's this point in time where we need to be turning the Green Party into the political movement it needs to be, to get more Greens elected, to get more people to be putting those policies in place that will make a difference for our generations and generations to come. We'll take more people on more doorsteps, having more conversations. That's how you get more votes. So to us, it seemed like what we both wanted to achieve was more Green MPs in Parliament, more Green councillors across the country, and we both had the skills to deliver that, but from very different places, which is what makes us the perfect team as far as I'm concerned.
Martin Hemingway and Tina Rothery.
Unity and our party's reputation are paramount importance in the UK, indeed the planet. Without the Greens fighting to get climate and ecological breakdown on the agenda and in the news, we wouldn't stand a chance. No other party generally cares. They play lip service for votes. We tell the truth, and the truth is what's needed now more than ever.
Carla Denyer and Adrian Ramsay.
We must seize this opportunity to take green politics to the next level. We're seeing the Green Party frequently polling third in the opinion polls across England. We're seeing the climate and ecological emergency growing in lists of people's concerns. We're seeing increasing equality in the UK and around the world. And we have the practical green policies that can address this at all levels of government. And Carla and I are the candidates that have the proven experience not only of winning elections, but of taking that message to the wider public and representing a wide variety of views.
Shara Ali.
We need to reach beyond our comfort zone. We need to reach beyond our comfort zone in terms of the types of voters that we think we have a message for. As far as I'm concerned, the Green Party message is universal. Whether you're left or right traditionally, or whether you're on the fence, you don't know how you politically align, we should be a voice and a representative for all those people, because we are the only party who is going to save lives. We are going to save humanity from universal death.
And Ashley Gunstock.
I do not believe that what we have to offer is a preserve of the left. I believe that there are people within all other parties, including the Conservatives, and I'm talking about the Conservatives with a small c, who would vote for us. The demographic of the Green Party is all-encompassing. Surely what we're trying to do is to get people to see the light, to see what we have to offer, because it is the only way forward that we are going to make a change to avert climate catastrophe.
The Green Party has sold itself to the electorate as the leading voice in tackling climate change. Whoever takes the party forwards now needs to convince the public they have the political know-how to deal with more than just the climate emergency. Will the Greens be able to cement themselves as a serious political force in England and Wales?
The higher the environment is in terms of voter issue importance, the percentage of voters in any country who say that the environment is one of the most important issues affecting their country, the better Green parties tend to do. There's obviously some reverse causality there as well, because Green parties can affect that through their own work. But so long as climate change, the environment remains on the agenda, and the Greens are increasingly seen as the best party to deal with that, they'll benefit. Short of some sort of electoral cooperation with Labour to implement proportional representation or something similar, it will be hard for them to make a major breakthrough to become, a really top-tier party. At the moment, their place as a second-tier party is fairly secure, though. They have enough members, they have enough resources, they have enough name recognition these days to keep that second-tier place in the British party system.
We're frequently polling as the third party in England and Wales, and we've gained a massive number of new councillors in the last few elections. We've doubled our number of councillors since 2018. And we're getting those new council seats in a variety of different places as well, in urban areas like Bristol, where I'm a city councillor, and Sheffield, but also in places like rural Suffolk, where we're taking seats off the Conservatives. So it's really feeling like there's a lot of momentum behind that at the moment. And Adrian and I are standing for leaders to help take the Green Party to that next level that we're getting ready for now. That ability to work with, persuade and convince and bring them along on the journey, people from different backgrounds with different perspectives, different lived experience, is really important if the Green Party is going to take that next step of convincing significantly more people to vote Green next time around.
The leadership contest has been fought under the cloud of a growing dispute over transgender rights. Outgoing leader Sian Berry's resignation was in part due to candidate Shara Ali's views on the topic. Tamsin Omond, who is trans, and Amelia Womack have put trans rights at the forefront of their campaign. This led to Womack clashing with Ali during LBC's hustings earlier this month.
You've been
debating nothing else
for
the last few weeks.
No, but we don't have this debate.
Shara, this is not a debate. This is about people's rights. This is about people's fundamental rights to exist. If you're going to call it a debate, you are ignoring their rights.
We have policies in the party on trans rights and on women's rights, whether or not they're explicitly labelled in that way, because we are an anti-discrimination party and we protect the rights of all equally, and that would be my position as well. I defy anybody to show how anything that I have ever said on women's rights or trans rights contravenes party policy. It doesn't.
As soon as we get down to those divisive arguments, first of all, it erases the fact that crisis centres, prisons, all of these places, the medical profession, have been working with trans people for decades and are best placed to be putting through the policies and actions to ensure that we are supporting everybody. And it's by using those divisive arguments, we are dividing, and we're not looking at how we change the big picture and challenge the systemic issues that are causing these problems.
Leading the Green Party will not be an easy task. If the party wants to welcome members from across the political spectrum, it must also face up to the brief of managing a broad church of views. So, how do you handle the top job?
The key challenge for the Green Party leader or leaders is the fact that we are an intensely democratic party. And most of the time I say that word intensely with great pleasure and joy, but it means you can't always do what you might like to do. Our policies are decided democratically by party at conference, and so the leaders have to be guided by the party, and they can't step out from that guiding role. And also, of course, because we're a fast-growing party, to ensure that people get support right around England and Wales, it's really important for people to actually to be able to get out and spend time with the party. Something, my train miles must have been something truly stupendous. But of course you also want to face out to the public. So it's a question of balancing those two things, of trying to get across to the media, and I never managed it, but when I was elected, people would say, so what new policies are you bringing in? And I would say, no, policies are made by members. And they would go, yes, but what new policies are you bringing in? So it's a different kind of leadership, a different kind of politics. It's a cooperative, consensual kind of politics. And that's something that certainly on the UK Westminster level, people aren't used to. Although now with Wales and Scotland, of course, with their proportional systems, they're getting more used to that kind of approach.
The results of the leadership contest are expected on the 1st of October. The future course of the party could go in any direction.